Oh boy, Apex Legends, another Battle Royale game, except this one is actually really good. Now, I'm not lying to you guys. Please, little Timmy, sit the fuck back down. You're not going back to Fortnite. Apex Legends is probably the biggest surprise game of 2019. It came out on Monday as a free-to-play game, and it was revealed and released on the same game. It is made by Respawn Entertainment, the same people that made the Titanfall games, and before Titanfall, they actually worked on some of the earlier Modern Warfare games, and I believe they are some of the original creators of the Call of Duty franchise in general. And so these guys definitely know how to make a really good first-person shooter game. All the Titanfall games, even though they had their ups and downs throughout the franchise, I actually played the first Titanfall game. I loved the gameplay of it, but there really wasn't enough there to actually keep me hooked. And I never actually got around to playing Titanfall 2, but from what I've heard, a lot of people really enjoyed the second game. And this game, Apex Legends, actually takes place within the Titanfall universe, but there's no Titans and there's no sort of wall running and that sort of famous Titanfall movement that we're used to, but I'll touch up on that later in the video and what that really means. Right now, we're really going to get into the game, and I'm just going to play as I commentate over this. But yeah, 2019 has really been spoiling us this year with really good games. First, we had Life is Strange Episode 2, Resident Evil 2, and then this month, later this month on the 15th, there's so many games coming out on the 15th for some reason. I actually am using one of my vacation days for work on the 15th because there is so much shit coming out. I'm gonna need a day off from work to actually be able to make content on all those games coming out. And then of course we got Apex Legends, which was surprise dropped on Monday earlier this week. I wanted to actually make a video earlier this week on this, but I had some car problems and I've been having to work overtime at work, so I just really haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, earlier this week on Monday, Respawn had a surprise release of this game, which came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone was really expecting this. Like 2 weeks ago, we had a bunch of content creators go out and try out this game, and it was leaked from there because content creators can't keep their fucking mouths shut, that there was supposed to be sort of a Titanfall Battle Royale game that was going to be coming out this week. But when a lot of people heard that, they figured, you know, a giant map with a bunch of Titans falling from the sky and the wall running in the classic Titanfall multiplayer that we're used to. But this game is very far from that. The big thing here is that it is free to play. The big thing here that I really like about this game is that it is free to play just like Fortnite, and I think this is actually the first ever AAA title because it is published by EA and made by Respawn, both very big names in the gaming industry. And so it is a Battle Royale that is a AAA title, and I believe it's the first of its kind to actually be free to play. And since its launch, there have been zero problems with this game, really, with server issues or optimization. I know there have been a few people complaining with optimization that the frame rate's a little whack. Obviously, I've got a really nice PC and I haven't had any problems at all, but maybe some people with some lower end PCs wouldn't be able to handle it. But I've heard that consoles, it runs great. PC, 90% of people can run the game without any problem. And then the servers, I can't believe that they actually were able to maintain them. I think in like the year of 2019, it is unheard of that a new multiplayer comes out with no problems whatsoever. And this game has no problems whatsoever. And that blows my mind, especially with it being a free-to-play game. You would think that there would be some issues here and there that they kind of rushed through it, but no, the game is actually finished and it is perfect. Now, before I hop into the game, for any of you guys who don't really know how this game works, it is a very, very unique to the Battle Royale scene because there are a lot of things in this Battle Royale that we've never seen before in any other Battle Royale game. So the first thing, which is probably the most major thing, is that we have these characters called legends. Now, these characters right here are essentially heroes from Overwatch, champions from League of Legends, characters from Rainbow Six Siege. I think they're called operators. I'm sorry, I don't play a ton of Rainbow Six Siege. They're essentially characters that are all unique in their personality, story, and of course, abilities in game. Each one of these characters has a passive ability, a tactical ability, and an ultimate. So my favorite character so far has been Bloodhound, the character that you just saw on the main screen there. He has a passive called Tracker, so foes leave behind clues for you to find. So it's essentially footsteps that they leave behind, kind of like in the Call of Duty games. I know there's a perk in the more recent Call of Duty games that actually lets you see the footprints. So that's his passive, that's constantly on. He can see recently left foot tracks, which is actually really helpful in a Battle Royale game. Then his tactical ability, so this is on a sort of short cooldown timer, 10 to 15 seconds. His tactical ability is Eye of the All-Father. His Q lets him briefly reveal enemy traps and clues through structures in front of you. So essentially, this is sort of just a single pulse that works as a motion detector almost. So any enemies that are moving through walls, he gets sort of like a split-second outline of them through the wall. And that's how that works. And then his ultimate is essentially that, but in real time. He gets to transform into the ultimate hunter, enhancing his senses, allowing you to see cold tracks and move faster. So he gets a sort of speed buff. He's able to move faster, reload faster, all that. And then he's able to actively see enemies through walls at a certain distance, kind of like the vision pulse ability in the Call of Duty series. It basically just gives you wall hacks, and it lasts a pretty nice amount of time too. I think it's like 20 to 30 seconds, which is a pretty long time for that kind of ability. Definitely enough time for you to put an entire squad in the ground. But yeah, he's my favorite character, and so every single character has all these abilities with different passive abilities, tactical and ultimates. They're all a lot of fun, and it just works overall. The greatest thing about these characters and abilities too is that none of them seem overpowered to the point where you wouldn't be able to work around it in some way. Like every single one of these abilities, I wouldn't say that they all have a counter, but none of these abilities are OP to the point where someone would be able to kill you with it repeatedly to the point where you're screaming at the devs to nerf it. Like none of these abilities are that OP in a sense. Pathfinder is another fan favorite because of all of his dialogue is really funny. He's got some cool skills, like his passive has insider knowledge. He can actually hook up to these sort of radio beacons that are scattered along the map, and when he does, it'll tell you where the next circle after the current circle enclosing is going to be, and so it kind of gives you that intel advantage on the other enemy teams who don't have a Pathfinder on them. Then his tactical ability is a grappling hook. Pretty self-explanatory. And then his ultimate is actually the zipline gun. He can create a zipline anywhere on the map, which is really helpful in certain situations if you're running away from the storm, or you want to get somewhere really quick, or maybe it's near the end of the game and there's a lot of enemy teams enclosing on you. For you to get out of that position really quick, you can use the zipline and just zoom right out of there. And so obviously a lot of these characters are very unique in their abilities. They're all very different with their own play styles, which is just really cool because we've never seen anything like this in a Battle Royale game. And then of course, because it is free to play and it is owned by EA, there are a lot of microtransactions in this game, but fortunately none of them are actually game changing. They are all currently cosmetic, and hopefully it stays that way. If we go to Armory right now, we can see that it's insane the amount of skins that they have for every gun. So this is a single gun right here, Flatline. These are all the skins they have for it. Every single one of it's like 70 plus skins or something like that. It's insane. Every single one of these guns has the same amount of skins, and it's pretty crazy. So those are the weapon skins, and then of course the characters themselves have different skins too. Some of them can make your character look really interesting. And then, of course, they're only going to add more as the game goes on. There's going to be seasons, just like Fortnite, with their own battle passes and rewards within the battle passes and all that. And then something else that is very interesting in this game, which I believe was in actually Titanfall 2, that they put into this game because so many people loved it in Titanfall 2. There's this thing called finishers, where when a player is actually down, when you knock down an enemy player, they're going to be in the down state, of course, defenseless, waiting for a teammate to come revive them. You can waste ammo and shoot them, or you can melee them. I think it's like 4 melees, 3 or 4 melees to put them down, so it's not just one melee like Blackout. So that's of course going to take some time. This of course takes time too, but it enters this whole cinematic mode right here where you actually have a finishing sort of fatality from Mortal Kombat, where you can actually show, both players are going to see this, you and the player you're killing are going to get this short little cinematic right here where you're basically finishing them off with style. Really cool. Obviously it's going to make a lot of people angry, especially with some of them. There's some of them that are straight up just taunting you, or taunting the player that's down that you're killing. But they have different finishers for every character too, which are pretty cool. That one, you're just stabbing a guy multiple times and then his crow comes down and eats his dead body. It's pretty graphic. But yeah, every character has their own finisher too, which is really cool. And then you've got quips, which are just voice lines essentially. Ton of different voice lines here for the character too, which is insane. And then you've got banners, which these actually appear. I'll show you guys once we get in game. These banners will actually appear around the map. So the top team currently, or the winning team, or the top 3 players in that current game will actually have their banners spread around the map, sort of on like giant monitors or TV screens. So every player in the game is going to see you up and around the map, which is really cool. And you can list different stats here. So trackers, you can track your winning kills, kills overall with this current character, kills as leader, damage done, headshots, finishers, games played, times placed in top 3, pistol kills, all different types of weapon archetype kills. So it's really cool. You can put different trackers on there and everyone in the game can see that. But yeah, that's essentially all the cosmetic stuff. Like if we go to the store, they have a similar store to Fortnite where these things are going to reset once a week. Weapon skins right here, skins for characters, featured stuff, that sort of thing. The pay for currency is Apex coins, which you can see same thing as like V-Bucks in Fortnite. And up here in the top right, they actually have a different sort of currencies there's 3 different currencies in the game. Apex coins are the similar thing to V-Bucks, just the pay for currency, so that you can see right there unlocks various store items. Then you've got the middle one, which you get for just playing the game. So after every game you complete, you're going to get these, the middle one, the red one, legend tokens. With those, you can unlock legends and store exclusive cosmetics. And then the last one is crafting materials. These can unlock other cosmetic items. So you've got 2 different currencies in game that you just earn just by playing the game that you can use to unlock anything you can buy with the store purchases as well, which is just really nice. You know, even Fortnite doesn't do that. This is a free-to-play game where you can actually literally unlock anything, even all the cosmetics, just by playing the game a shit ton. Don't expect to just play this game for a few hours a week and just have everything within no time. You're going to actually have to grind the fuck out of this game if you actually want to get some of the higher tier rewards just by using the in-game currency. But the fact that you can do that is still really cool because, you know, Fortnite doesn't have that alternative. But yeah, that's essentially it. You've got legends you can buy too, so that you have different characters you can buy. They have confirmed that they're actually going to add more legends or the characters over time. I think they said that they're going to add 1 new character or legend every single season, and the seasons are going to be just like normal seasons every 3 months. The first season for Apex Legends starts on March. I don't know which day in March, but I know that on their timeline it says it's going to start in March. They actually have the full year of 2019 planned out, and what they're going to do, they're going to be adding new weapons, a new battle pass every season, and then 1 new character every season too, which is really cool. And then something that a lot of people gave this game shit for, it's EA. I don't know what you guys were expecting. I think that the fact that it's free to play and you can unlock everything in-game cosmetically without paying a cent is really cool already, but they do have loot boxes, which I think this is the most fair loot box we've ever actually seen in a video game, to be honest. I know that loot boxes in general aren't really fair because they're basically just like gambling, but they actually give you the entire percentages of what your percent chance is of getting different items. So rare or better item, you have a 100% guarantee that you are going to get a rare item, so that's the blue color with every single one of these loot boxes. An epic, so the purple or better item, you have a 24.8% chance of getting one of those in this. And then the legendary items, which are the gold ones, you have a 7.4% chance of getting those. They have also said that there is a 0% chance that you will get any duplicates in these loot boxes, which is really nice too. So no duplicates in these. They will never give you something that you already have. So you can see they say it right there. And then it also guarantees at least 1 legendary item drop for every 30 packs. So I believe what they said is that the legendary item, the 7.4%, that number actually goes up every time you don't get one. Eventually, if you go 30 packs without getting one, your chances of getting a legendary item are 100%. And then once you get that legendary item, it goes back down to 7.4%. So that's really cool as well. But yeah, that's basically all of it. I think I covered absolutely everything. We're gonna get in game now. Something else to mention is that currently they only have 1 game mode, which is the 3-player squads. They haven't really said if they're going to add a solo queue, duo queue, or 4-man squad, which is kind of disappointing. They said that the way they wanted this game to work was with 3-man squads, and it does work really well with that because your abilities that you partner with people really benefit off of each other. Like every time you go into a game, you're going to want to have like 1 person that's sort of like the DPS guy, 1 tank, and 1 healer, sort of like Titan Warlocks and Hunters in Destiny. That would be like the ideal team, but obviously you guys can do whatever you want, especially if you're playing with friends. But yeah, we're going to get in game now so I can actually talk about stuff in game. And so you can see right there in the bottom left too, while we're loading into the queue, you can see what characters they main. So that guy already mains the same character as me, Bloodhound. So if he actually picks him first, I'm gonna have to pick another character because in the same squads you can't actually have the same character. And so yeah, I'm the second choice. It looks like he was in front of me, so he's probably gonna pick Bloodhound. Oh, no, he didn't, surprisingly. Okay, so now it's my turn to pick, so I'm gonna pick Bloodhound. And essentially how this works is the last person to pick is actually going to get to choose where we drop, and I'll show you what that's like in a minute. So we actually have a really balanced team here. That's nice. Any team with Lifeline, honestly, is really nice because I think she's the only character that can heal. And so we get to see our squad cards right here. We can actually see like how good everyone is. And then this is actually people that won the previous game that they just played, so that's cool too. All right, so now we're going to, you can see that this person, the last person to pick, actually gets to choose where we drop. I can make suggestions, but I can't actually choose where we drop altogether. And so I can agree that we want to drop there. The ping system is absolutely amazing in this game too. I'll touch on that once we actually get down here. But you can see that the person dropping is actually going to be steering our entire squad here. I actually have no control over where we're going. I'm not touching anything right now. They're steering us, and we're all dropping in a triangle formation, and the person that gets to choose where we drop, they're steering us. And that's what they get for being the last person picked. But I do have the option, you can see there, to stop following if I want, and I can veer off on my own if I really want to. And so other people are dropping here. Great. Let's open up this real quick. Shit. Gotta go help my teammate out here. Boom! Fuck out of here. Bye-bye. Do my finisher. Yeet! We can see what he had now. So I'm gonna pick up that. He had a Phoenix kit as well. That's essentially a chug jug. Oh shit. Are both my teammates down? Woo! Let's go. Okay, and so you can see the healer actually gets the shield in front of her when she actually revives other people, so she's really helpful. What do I want here? And so the UI is actually really nice too. I know I just picked up that ammo when I didn't need it, but if you actually are holding a gun that you don't need, or you're holding anything you don't need, like I just picked everything up, there will be and it's in your inventory as well, there will be this little circle, the red circle with the line through it, means you have a weapon that doesn't use this ammo, so you really don't need to be holding it, and you can just drop it out of your inventory like that. And you can actually ping it to your teammates too, that there's ammo here. The ping system is absolutely amazing in this game. You can ping anything, and we're getting shot at. Oh my god, I'm out of ammo. Oh, this is not good. Well, rip. That fucking sucks. So when you die, you can see how it says awaiting recovery there. I actually have a little token, or I think it's called a banner on my body that in this game you can go down and you can be thirsted, killed, executed, whatever, just like any other Battle Royale game. But something that is unique to this Battle Royale game is you can be revived after you actually die, but it is a bit of a quest. And you can see these are the after game stats where we placed and all that. We actually get XP, and you can see my next rewards. I actually get a loot box and 600 in-game currency after my next level up. But yeah, so the revives, essentially another big thing with this Battle Royale game that I've never seen in any other Battle Royale game is that you can actually be revived after you're actually down and out and eliminated. Your squad can actually go to your body or your box that you drop, and you'll drop a banner or a sort of card with your character on it, and then they themselves can actually take that banner, if it doesn't despawn in the 90 seconds after you die, of course, and they can take it to a sort of respawn hub. The respawn hubs are littered around the map in really wide open areas because they don't want it to be that easy to respawn anyone, of course. So they're out in the open in wide open areas, and it takes you have to go up to one of those and hold a button for around 10 seconds, just like reviving someone essentially, and that drops in this airship that respawns you into the game. And that's how you can actually be put back into the game after you're actually killed and eliminated, which is really, really fucking nice. I think we've all been there playing a Battle Royale game when we're playing with our friends or we're playing a squad and we drop into a town and we're killed or thirsted or just some stupid bad luck, and our teammates actually wipe that entire squad, so we're literally stuck there for the rest of the game just spectating our teammates, not having any fun. But now your teammates can actually go through a sort of quest to revive you and bring you back into the game. When you're brought back into the game, of course, you have no weapons. You're literally, it's just like you respawned with nothing essentially. You have a full health bar, but you have no shield, no weapons, no ammo, no nothing, a clean slate inventory. But I think that's all right considering you just came back from the dead. But yeah, that's essentially every part of the game mechanic. I'm still just amazed that this game still has like no problems whatsoever. The fact that it has no server issues and no optimization issues is just unheard of for a brand new game in 2019. Like, that's absolutely insane. Where are those monsters? Those things right there, those big old fucking weird monster looking things, those were actually in, I remember, Titanfall 1. They were in the background of a map 2 that was like super rainy. I don't know if any of you guys played Titanfall 1, but those things were actually in the Titanfall games, I remember. And so this does take place within the Titanfall universe. Where do you want to go? Yeah, man!
I'm down for like wetlands. Get a little bit of loot in, but...
Yeah, man!
Let's get it.
They also have these sort of things right here, and you can ping these as well. You can literally ping anything in the game, which is really nice.
Alright, we're on you, buddy. Following you in a second.
Alright, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, man!
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, that was so loud.
How are you liking this game so far, Maximizing?
Oh, I love it. It's easily my favorite Battle Royale so far.
Oh, for sure. You coming from anything else? Fortnite, PUBG?
I've tried them all. None of them stick with me, honestly.
If you look at Wraiths, look at the Liberator. She's in like a straight jacket.
Well, yeah, that's actually her. That's her lore. So I looked into the lore of all the characters. She actually escaped from a mental hospital because like
I can fucking see it. Skull Town. Is that where the Skull Trooper's from?
Shut the fuck up.
Roger, over and out.
There's one
I'm behind someone right here.
Oh, get fucked, idiot.
Hang on.
Oh shit.
Yeet.
I can't see shit, dude. I have no ammo.
No, punch him. Slide punch. Oh, slide punch. No. Oh. Look at your health. You're at literally 1% health. What the fuck? I'm going in, ulting. Gonna go for this guy on the left. Downed one guy. Nice. He's coming up the stairs to our left. Oh, he portaled, dude. They're all down here. He portaled. Fuck. That's the last guy right there. Nice! Let's go, baby! Let's go.
19 kill game.
Yeah, that's not bad.